So I've asked hundreds of women who experience hot flashes the same question. Do you know what's actually causing them? And almost no one has ever been told. So today we're fixing that. And I'm going to walk you through the complete physiology of a hot flash, step by step, and then tell you exactly when it's time to stop managing this on your own and talk to a clinician. So everything starts with a small region at the base of your brain called the hypothalamus. And the hypothalamus is your body's thermostat. Its job is to keep your core body temperature within a narrow comfort zone, what we call the thermo-neutral zone. And when you drift outside that zone, it signals your body to make corrections. Too cold, shiver, constrict blood vessels, conserve heat. Too hot, dilate vessels, send blood to the skin, and activate sweat glands. This system works beautifully as long as the thermostat is properly calibrated. And this is where estrogen can come in. Estrogen plays a critical role in calibrating that hypothalamic thermostat. When estrogen levels are stable and sufficient, the thermo-neutral zone stays wide and comfortable. Small temperature fluctuations don't trigger a response. So now let's walk through what happens when estrogen fluctuates in perimenopause. In step 1, estrogen levels become erratic. In perimenopause, estrogen doesn't decline in a smooth, predictable line. It fluctuates, and sometimes dramatically, which disrupts that hormonal signals that regulate hypothalamic function. Step 2, the thermoneutral zone narrows. With disrupted estrogen signaling, your hypothalamus loses its precise calibration. So the comfortable temperature range shrinks to a very small window, and your brain becomes hypersensitive to temperature changes. Step 3, a trigger occurs. It can be external, a warm room, a hot drink, spicy food. It may be internal, a surge of stress, a cortisol spike, an emotional reaction. Even a tiny upward shift in your core body temperature is now perceived as dangerous overheating. And step 4, the hypothalamus responds. It activates cooling mechanisms just as it was designed to. Blood vessels dilate, blood rushes to the surface of the skin, sweat glands activate. Heart rate may increase. Step 5, the flash. Your skin becomes flushed and warm. Sweating begins, sometimes profusely, and then as your body overcorrects, a chill often follows. Some women feel shaky or anxious in the aftermath, and that entire sequence takes seconds, but when it happens 8, 10, 15 times a day, or multiple times throughout the night, the cumulative physiological impact is not minor. And that brings me to the piece that I often think gets missed in these conversations. Not all hot flashes are equal. Some women experience them briefly and mildly. Others experience them as intensely disruptive to sleep, to work, or daily life. And both are valid, but severity matters for how urgently you seem to seek care, or that women want to seek care. So here's what I want to be very direct about. You do not have to wait until your hot flashes are unbearable to have a conversation with your clinician. That threshold is not a clinical requirement. It is just unnecessary suffering. And here are the signs that maybe it means it's time to make that appointment now. Hot flashes are night sweats that are disrupting your sleep, not just occasionally, but regularly for you. Because as we talked about in our last, disrupted sleep architecture has cascading effects on your mood, your metabolism, your cognition, and your cortisol. Hot flashes that are interfering with your work, causing you to lose focus, step away, or feel embarrassed or impaired during your day. Mood changes, brain fog, or other symptoms that have appeared or worsened alongside the hot flashes. Because that tells me the hormonal fluctuation is affecting multiple systems, not just your thermostat, or simply a quality of life that has meaningfully declined and that you have been managing alone for months or years. And I want to say this clearly, effective treatments exist. Hormone therapy is a gold standard for vasomotor symptoms, with research showing 80 to 90% reductions in the frequency for many women. Non-hormonal options also exist for women who cannot or prefer not to use hormones, including neuromedications that target the specific brain pathway involved in thermoregulation. So you have options, and the conversation about those options starts the moment you decide your quality of life matters. So if this gave you clarity, please share this video. Someone you know have been dealing with this alone and doesn't have to. Subscribe, follow, like this channel for evidence-based midlife education. And if you're ready for personalized guidance on your specific situation, whether that's hot flashes, sleep, mood, or all of the above, you can visit Osteopathic Midlife Health. And I'm Dr. Rebbecca Hertel, and together we're going to make midlife make sense.